Who's teasing first? You or me?
I shall, yea and verily, teaseth the program. I will tease this program to within an inch of its life.
Tease the poop out of me, baby.
And now the prerequisite, if you would, like, subscribe, and or follow This Is True Really News, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Podnova, or my favorite, Castro. Fidel, we know. And then you can tell your friends, and they can catch us on places like, Apple Podcasts. And, well, you get the idea.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true, as far as you know.
Students at the prestigious Columbia Secondary School for Math, Science, and Engineering in New York were attending a virtual Spanish class.
Wait a minute.
What?
I didn't even know they had one. How could it be so famous and marvelous and wonderful?
Well, it's prestigious amongst those in New York, I suppose.
Oh, well then.
And you know how uppity they are.
Oh.
So they're
I like
attending.
the folks in Buffalo.
They've always been fun.
And nice wings. I like the wings.
Attending a virtual Spanish class when their teacher, Amanda K. Fletcher, 37, appeared to suck the nipple of an unidentified topless male while she rocked her head back and forth. Following this, Fletcher's face turned in full view of the screen and she gyrated her shoulders and smiled. According to a report, newly disengaged from the man's chest, Fletcher resumed teaching and discussing a worksheet. According to one student, investigators were able to easily view the video as students shared it on a number of social media platforms.
I'll bet they did.
The teacher has been reassigned, I imagine, to a sex ed department. The Department of Education...
I'm thinking Department of Unemployment would be.
Well, not yet. The Department of Education is expecting to pursue disciplinary actions, and it's being urged to improve teacher training with regard to appropriateness and acceptable behavior while interacting remotely with students. For example...
Wait a minute, which is being urged?
Appropriate and acceptable
Is
behavior.
the nipply thing, that would be out, right?
Well, I'll give you some examples.
Here we go.
Teachers should not engage in eating or snacking,
That's a
smoking,
little harsh.
smoking,
That's harsh.
smonking, smorking,
Smaking,
vaping,
smaking.
vaping or chewing tobacco, or sucking various body parts of another individual or oneself.
So they're basically against sucking.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, that's probably it. You're up.
I can't, I'm vaping. So in order to choose a life partner, certain qualifications are extremely important, and do not look to the New York Department of Education for your qualifications. I'm just saying. Oh, this is going to blow up my case, because education is one of the things you should be looking for.
Yes.
People look for those who have stellar educational qualifications for their child. However, some lie their way through this and get caught.
Oh, yeah,
Whoops.
yeah.
Because, I mean, you can only act smart so long when you're really stupid. Look at us. An instance of this came to light in Uttar Pradesh's Mahoba, where a woman called off her marriage because her hubby could not recite the table of two, which is the easiest. You would have think this would have gotten caught long before the man in back.
Yes.
Not you, Johnny Cash. Back.
I'm the new mashed potato press. My name is Scott. I've got a question.
Yes. No.
What the heck is the table of two?
I'm guessing it's 2 times.
Oh, the mathematic tables.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't. Do I look like I live in India?
Well, I thought it could have been a culinary experience. And
I've been to Indiana. That's as close as I get.
okay, sorry.
Hang on. Let's see what else they tell me. According to local reports, the groom had reached the wedding venue when the bride decided to take the test. The garlands weren't even exchanged when she asked him to recite the table of two. I'm guessing 2, 4, 6, do you suppose? Maybe that's the table of two. Wow, that is simple. Dude, you're stupid.
Yeah, really.
When he was unable to do so, she walked off and declared the marriage off. The police had stated that it was an arranged marriage between the two parties.
She was looking for a reason.
I'm guessing. And come on, he wanted out.
And for that matter, she wanted a mathematician.
Dude, she looks like the front half of a horse and acts like the back half. Let's get out of here. The police had stated it was an arranged marriage. All the guests who were present at the wedding were extremely shocked. Well, actually, it's more of a... Her family members tried to convince her, but she did not budge. She stated that How could she possibly marry someone who does not even have basic educational qualifications, let alone be good at mathematics? See, I thought of that a lot because Robin had a whole test I had to take. It was the bride's cousin was quoted saying the groom's family had kept us in the dark about his education. He may not have even gone to school. The groom's family had cheated us, but my brave sister walked out without fearing a taboo, which is a very small bear who lives with Yogi.
That's boo-boo.
In the end, the police did not file a case on. You can file a case on this? Anyway,
Apparently.
both the
Well,
parties
it's
came.
India.
Both the parties came to a compromise. Both the families will return the gifts they received back to each other, and nobody had to get married to the other.
There we go.
That's a compromise.
Holy Pete.
Hey, boo boo. Oh, it's boo boo now. Sorry.
That's what I said. Signs of the times.
Knew I heard it somewhere.
Danger ahead.
Would have been funnier though if Yogi goes, "Hey, taboo."
That sounds like the
Let's
beginning
get us
of something very nasty.
And a whole lot different than the cartoons we remember.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Danger ahead. Fasten safety belts and remove dentures.
Always a good idea. Don't laugh. It's not funny, son. Wait till you get to be my age.
Please do not empty your dog here.
That's always a good rule.
Kiss my kids. Educational toys specialist. Not at my house, you're not.
Could be fleas.
No campaign materials or clothing allowed in polling place. This election's going to get interesting.
I would be a judge at that place. I would be an election judge there.
NAIA is a no wang wang zone. Please fall in line to avoid embarrassment.
See, I'm confused because I don't know how one wang wangs.
Wang wang. I
Is this
looked
like
it
the
up.
table of two. There is such a thing.
Almost that dull, because I was hoping wang wang would be something good.
Yeah.
But it's not. Wang wang is pretending, well, in this particular case, it's pretending you're too important to stand in line at the airport.
I cannot tell you how disappointing that is.
Just,
Disturbingly so.
maybe you should just do your last story.
A suspected German fraudster. Fraudster?
That's not German.
Living in Mallorca, allegedly faked her own death. But her undoing was rather obvious, her pet poodle. The 47-year-old woman arrested by Spanish police is German in Mallorca, arrested by Spanish police.
Well, Mallorca's owned by Spain.
Yeah, is suspected of, well, let's not say owned. Because that makes all the Mallorcans a little queasy.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, she embezzled about £1 million, which if you're an American and can't do the exchange rate, I can't either. It's 1.2 million. From the German solar power firm she worked for, DPA news agency reports, private detectives hired by the firm sniffed around on social media. It's going to get worse. Sniffed around on social media and found that she owned a giant poodle, which is actually not true. The giant poodles are really just regulation-sized poodles. All the
Okay.
smaller ones are variations on the theme. And their dogged work led to her arrest. The detectives tracked her down to a chic villa in Samponca? Sure. After spotting a man walking a poodle, which is not a very common breed on the island. The woman is now out on bail and has reportedly admitted faking her own death. Poodles. They don't care about anybody else. They are the cats of dogs.
This is true, really news. Send email to TiTR@netradio.network.